Hello Newcastle fans, TV, I'm back with another video. It's quite late, change of chop from yesterday. Well, it's the same day from yesterday's video, I mean. Yeah, we're talking about Cheick Tiote has finally left the club after, about 18 months of speculation. We'll talk about Tiote and what his legacy is in the moment. So he's joined Beijing Enterprises, which sounds like a car hire company. They play in the second division of the Chinese Super League, so he's kind of went for the same kind of like tier. However, going from the English Championship, which is the fourth most watched football league in the world, going to a second division of the Chinese Super League. Yes, he'd probably be earning the same, if not more, money going to China, but he's playing in the league, which is pretty poor. It's rumoured that Newcastle have got a very small fee, and it's also rumoured in the Dutch papers that 20 have picked up roughly about €100,000 for sell-on clause. So his time at Newcastle, we'll talk about his personal life. So his personal life, he's obviously a devoted Muslim, we know that. He was married beforehand, and he's got 2 kids with his first wife in Ponteland and Darras Hall where he lived, and obviously met someone new and married her in Ivory Coast and come back. And he seemed quite settled at the time, but he was arrested on suspicion of fraud. Obviously, he was driving without a license, had his car seized. So he had a quite a difficult personal time on Tyneside, and maybe it reflects on his football, because when he was happy in his personal life, his first season at Newcastle was £3.5 million buy from 20. He was like a revelation. He was outstanding. He was like, wow, who's this player that we've got? Obviously he had an outstanding season, rumoured to be linked with obviously Chelsea at the end of the season. Arsenal were also rumoured as well, sniffing around for him. And then he kind of like dipped. I think he had another good season when we finished 5th in the league, when he played alongside Johan Cabaye. They complemented each other really well. Helps both of them speak in French, And then his career sort of died off a little bit. He had a little bit of bits and spells where he come into form for a month or two, and then he was never the same player ever again. And he's gone through managers such as, you look at obviously John Carver, Pardew, you look at obviously McLaren, Rafa Benitez, and he's in and out the side. He was never like first choice all the time. He's also fell out with favour out the national side. He hasn't played for the Ivory Coast for a good, I think it's up to 18 months. I know he won the African Cup of Nations in 2015, I think, I believe, off the top of my head. His career's kind of went downhill, and it's like, well, what's happened to that player? Is it just, is his personal life affected him? Because he's wanted to get out of Newcastle now for a good 18 months. You've seen transfers to China, breakdown, Spain, Turkey. There's probably numerous that off the top of my head I can't think, because there's been that many that have fell through. And it's like, he's been on the books, and when he was going to leave last season, last January, as one of my things drops off there. So he's going to leave at the end of January, and then to a Chinese club, and he didn't leave. And then Rafa brought him back in at the side. He looked like that old player. Do you know when he had that run of spell, when we started to play a lot better under Rafa when he come in? It's like, right, we've got the old Tiote of old, but he's always wanted away. His heart's never been in the 18 months. In one sense, I'm happy that he's gone, because we've got a player off the books who's been here for a good long year, 6.5 years, He'll always be remembered for one thing, which is a bit of a shame. You'll always remember for, obviously, we're being 4-0 down to Arsenal. Tiote pops up, scores a last-minute equaliser. We drew 4-4. Incredible comeback. The scenes where he's got his arms out running the other end of the pitch. Steve Harper's doing the elbow on him. You'll always remember for that, which is a shame, because he's only ever scored 1 goal for Newcastle. I know he had a goal against Man City, which was chalked off wrongly, in my opinion, but he's going to be remembered for that goal. On the other side, he's going to remember for picking up yellow cards left, right and centre. He'll clatter people. When him and Jack Colback played midfield, it was horrendous. But in one sense, I'm happy that he's off the books, because I've wanted this since the start of the season. Fond memories, yeah, that's that goal. A bit of stop-start, like I said. But let me know what you think of Cheick Tiote's legacy. Are you happy that he's off the books? What do you remember of him? I know you're all going to say the Arsenal goal. Was there anything else that stood out for you? Let us know. Thank you very much for watching Newcastle Fans TV. I'll see you later.